Three, two, one, go!
This piece of research is focused on Netflix, the on-demand provider of streaming media content. In recent news, Netflix has been losing market share to other providers within the industry. The company is dedicated to maintaining their current market share and hope with innovation to gain customers. Netflix is part of a saturated market within the UK that is currently high competitive. The habits of customers have changed and the desires for an on-demand video service has increased. Competitors. Netflix remains the market leader, but its market share has decreased over time. There are several paid services, such as Now TV and Amazon Prime. Within the pricing graph shown, all three offer a basic subscription. However, Netflix is the only player to offer a standard and premium subscription. Now TV is by far the most expensive, and Netflix is the least. Netflix offers free screening plans in order to provide the right plan for you. Additionally, select titles will be available in Ultra HD 4K to those who are using new HD compatible devices. You can change your plan at any time and you'll have unlimited access to all the TV shows and movies available on Netflix. You can watch them on any Netflix device, plus you can install the Netflix application on as many devices as you want. The marketing objective of Netflix is to gain market share within the UK. Within this idea, it will be key to change the perception that consumers have of Netflix and offer those consumers something they seek. Furthermore, it is important to understand the segment within the United Kingdom and leverage key aspects of the business to gain market share and, more importantly, retain existing customers. This model looks at the reason why people choose video-on-demand products. Most respondents use them because they are convenient. Participants also felt that they were good for sharing, which is identified as an important attribute. Choosing a paid service is based mostly on the content being offered, price and the ease of use. Consumers wanted content to be updated regularly and were open to a competitive pricing if the service offered what they were looking for. Males aged between 26 and 35 seem to use the service once a day or more, while students interviewed use the service once a day. As the perceived risk of subscribing to Netflix is low, consumers are less concerned about the decision-making process as there are no substantial negative effects in purchasing Netflix, which leads to the identification of Netflix as a low-involvement product. Low-involvement products are often purchased by people affected by environmental cues. Furthermore, the subscription to Netflix is more a low cognition than an effect process. As the participants of our study stated, their decision for subscribing to video on demand, specifically Netflix, is based on factors like price, content, and usability. Netflix is situated in the third quadrant of the model. Therefore, the strategy for attitude change is mainly based on gaining recognition and forming of simple beliefs in order to persuade the audience to try Netflix. Word associations were conducted in the focus groups, and we decided to focus our 4 main points to understanding how participants would respond to stimuli. Words like film, TV series and documentaries were associated with the word entertainment. Video on demand was associated with the word fast for those aged 16 to 25 and easy to use for those aged 26 to 35. Neither of these stimuli were associated with Netflix. However, paid service was strongly associated with Netflix. The word Netflix was strongly associated with convenience and free time for both focus groups, which associate Netflix as a reward to watch content at any time and anywhere. Video on demand is a service that could be defined as a private luxury. Friends, family and colleagues are an informal reference group because they are trusted and have similar interests. Netflix uses aspirational reference groups in which a celebrity endorsement is commonly used, like Ricky Gervais and Kevin Spacey. 2 focus groups were used, compiled of people within the target demographic who used paid on-demand video services. These groups were further segmented by age 16 to 25 and 26 to 35. Netflix scored the highest on the scale for both focus groups. Their competitor, Amazon Prime, scored the second highest and was similar in many respects to Netflix. Overall, what set Netflix apart in the 16 to 25 age group was variety of content and popularity. In the focus group aged 26 to 35, popularity and good for sharing are the attributes that set Netflix apart. Based on our research, the following recommendations should be considered by Netflix to fulfill and extend their service and strategies to gain several competitive advantages. Netflix currently chooses the content, but there is a high demand for specific content, such as series, How I Met Your Mother, or Friends, which are not available in the UK but highly requested by the audience. This leads to the recommendation for Netflix to focus more on the consumer's demand in terms of series, shows by research via social media. Netflix content is country specific in terms of video and language. Subscribers with an international background living in the UK are not able to access the content in their native language. During the primary research in which the international people were interviewed, it turned out that the unavailability of movies and series in their native language of the subscriber could lead to the cancelling of subscription to the service. Therefore, it is recommended to offer subtitles for the respective language. Referring back to the focus groups and based on the analysis models, Netflix is more likely to be recommended by friends and discovered by individuals themselves. Therefore, more media involvement is required. This includes a strong social media and web presence, cooperations or sponsoring of media events like the British Academy Awards, and lastly advertising and branding improvements such as claim or a jingle.